She gasps for air in the morning, thankful to be alive. She wants to be ready to live another day. She sees the sun, something that is out of her reach, yet she yearns and feels for its warmth. She stares at the sky in hope that she can see life as clear as the blue sheet that covers with the comfort of the universe. She walks with her head high, at least most of the time. Her aura enters spaces prior to her appearance. She touches lives, hearts, and even spirits. One would think that she has her world by the reins, riding freely as if on a stallion, powerful and determined. This is obviously a spirit that possesses a purpose. She even walks as if she knows where her steps will lead her. Little do others know, she is led by faith and the spirits of her ancestors. She looks in the mirror. What does she see? What's her story? And who really wants to know? Is her voice just merely heard, or is someone actually listening? She walks the journey of an empath, feeling in a world that wants her to feel nothing, striving, yet surviving. She will never quit. There she goes. Who is this author? The answer is quite simple. I am the author. You are the author. You see, we all have a story. It's just that some of us pick up a mic, a pen, a laptop, just to try to spread the little word. I have been inspired to write a book for years. I had been advised, encouraged, and even challenged to write. I believed that I had the talent and the time, yet something was holding me back. Was it the fear of failure, or the fear of my own vulnerability, transparency being felt in my writing? My writing had always been my personal outlet. It's where the unspoken thoughts reside, where the secrets lie. It's also where I pray, express, and decipher. I believe in sharing my gifts, but I also would use writing as my place to hide. Writing could speak to me where verbal words could not. Once my thoughts are expressed on paper or a computer screen, I had the choice, the power to share what I feel, silently reflect, or even delete. It was a space that I could keep my feelings between me and God. Then the moment comes where God instructs me to inspire others. I have spoken, I have recited, I have performed in character. I use my voice to tell others what they want to hear, what they need to hear, to laugh, to cry, to comfort, to encourage. In speaking, however, came the permission and privilege to wear a mask, to hide pain and insecurity, to appear to be strong when I was weak. As a child, writing was used to express my emotions, to let it all out. As an adult, writing was used to control my emotions. This method worked for years. Then came the trauma train at a very fast rate. The mother of my best friend passed away. That hit home, as she was also my mother's friend and a granny to my children. Later that year, my marriage became estranged and ended. A 28-year friendship lasted only 1 year of marriage. Weeks later, his mother passes away, followed by him returning to the home of incarceration and me to begin again. Not too many years after I lost my mother. Shortly after that, my best friend moved across the country. The two youngest of my 6 children were becoming men. Was I alone? My first thought was, okay, I have things to do. I had to keep going. Everyone was counting on me. But were they expecting me to fail without my mother? I was scared. I was terrified that I was left in the world without my main motivating force behind me, and the expectation to continue becoming more of her image. With that, I became an active legacy. I ran into the world and ran away from the pain of mourning. My mother was not here. Oh, but she was in me. I hit the mics, the stages, the runways, and the events, but didn't give myself the opportunity to be still. As my body became tired, my heart became heavy, and my spirit grew weak. I was running on E, and depression hit. The pain was evident in my writing, my release. I related to every sad song, every teardrop on a movie, every news story. My empathetic spirit felt the pain of everyone else, just not to address my own. I stopped living, and I began to just function so I could exist for others. That stage didn't last long. I became empty. I made the choice to make an attempt to escape. I walked away. I walked away from my job, my house, my car, even my children. I mentally replayed my life trauma, the death of my father, molestation, domestic violence, raising my children alone, deaths of 2 sons, a failed marriage, and now, no mother. Where did this all start? What really happened to me? The girl, the daughter, the sister, the mother, the woman. I even went back to childhood and started connecting the dots. I didn't know anymore if I was fighting to live or just willing to give up. I just couldn't stand the noise of the world anymore. So I embraced the darkness. For the first time in my life, I felt alone. Then on top of it all, the virus takes my cousin, my dearest male cousin, who was my support, my confidant, my brother, my friend. My spirit was wandering, and so was I. Of course, I had people where I was blessed to reach out to help me financially, to pray for me, to support me. However, there's another side of the table: the gossip, the trauma, the drama. Some see pain and hurt for a conversation piece or to mask their own issues. I mean, how often do people look down on others to make themselves feel stronger? I became that scapegoat. I gave people something to talk about. I was known as a light. Now I was walking with my dark cloud. I had to become more in touch with God and His purpose for me. I prepared myself to accept that if my purpose in this world had even been served, I was ready to be with God. I stayed with friends and family, wandering, and I carried that baggage with me. I connected to the bag lady concept, and yes, Erykah Badu sang the theme song. Bag lady. I knew that my trauma was my baggage, and new energy was needed in order for me to move forward. As I kept praying for answers and direction, the Spirit touched me. Challenges will come to those that are chosen. We all have something to carry. It's just how we decide to carry it. Pain can be transformed into purpose. Prayer was going to give me patience, and faith was going to keep me focused. It was time to enlighten my load. Well, here I am. Years later, after my mother's death, and after diving into the waters of the world, nearly drowning, I give you me. I give you poetry, thoughts, reflections, and hope. A hope to bring awareness and inspiration in the times of struggle. It is my prayer that my journey and my gifts can enlighten your load. I am EnerJ. Look at the mirror. Identify who you see. Look closely at that person and say hello to your me. Find your deepest feelings. Separate your needs from your wants. Don't permit the past to follow or haunt you with your dreams and aspirations. Reaffirm your beliefs. Grab hold to your motivation and let it carry you when you can no longer drive, because in order to live, you must first know you are alive. Tap into what you believe in. Have purpose to what you do. And when needed, draw energy from what and who believes in you. Surround yourself with affirmation. There's no need for validation. Know yourself. Love yourself. Rebuke the demons of fear and self-doubt. Eat from your own plate. Lay in your own bed. Play the cards that you've been dealt, but negativity you can do without. Enough is enough. Stop telling yourself that you are not enough. Embrace yourself. I am EnerJ.